Shalom, my beloved brothers and sisters in the faith. Today, I want to talk with you about something deeply rooted in the human heart: idolatry. Not just the worship of statues or false Elohim, but the subtle, often hidden forms that still tempt us today. The question is, why is idol worship such a powerful temptation? Let's search the scriptures together for understanding. Because it appeals to the flesh. Idolatry often caters to our natural desires, things we can see, touch, control, and manipulate. In Exodus 32, when Moshe delayed coming down from Mount Sinai, the people grew impatient and said to Aaron, "Make us Elohim to go before us." So they made the golden calf. Why? Because it was easier to worship what they could see than to trust in the invisible Elohim. Romans 1:23 through 25 tells us they changed the glory of the incorruptible Elohim into an image made like corruptible man, and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator. It's easier for the flesh to cling to something tangible than to wait on Yah in faith and obedience, because it offers immediate gratification. Unlike our walk with YAHUAH, which often requires patience, discipline, and dying to self, idol worship promises quick answers. It's the broad road Yahushua spoke of in Matthew 7:13. Easy to walk, but leading to destruction. People fall into idolatry because it seems to work for them in the moment. Whether it's chasing after wealth, fame, relationships, or even religion that exalts men instead of YAHUAH, these things feed our ego, not our spirit. Because it's deceptively spiritual. Idolatry isn't always obvious. In Ezekiel 14:3, YAHUAH says, "These men have set up their idols in their hearts." Idolatry can take root even in a religious life. When we begin to value traditions, buildings, leaders, or experiences more than the word and spirit of YAHUAH. Even Shaul warned in Colossians 3:5 that covetousness is idolatry. When we elevate anything, our careers, opinions, comfort, or even our families, above our obedience to Yah, that thing becomes an idol. Because the enemy uses it to separate us. Hasatan knows that idol worship breaks the covenant between us and Yah. He tempted Israel again and again through idols, and he's doing the same today. Deuteronomy 11:16 says, "Take heed to yourselves, that your heart be not deceived, and ye turn aside, and serve other Elohim, and worship them." Idolatry opens the door to deception, spiritual blindness, and judgment. Because it's rooted in rebellion. At its core, idol worship says, "I want to be in control. I want to serve Yah on my terms," just like in the Garden of Eden. The temptation was to be as Elohim, to define good and evil for ourselves. Genesis 3:5. But YAHUAH is not looking for part-time loyalty. He said in Exodus 23, "Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me." It's not just a command, it's a covenant called to pure devotion. My brothers and sisters, idol worship is tempting because it speaks to our fallen nature, but we are called to be set apart, to walk by the Spirit and not the flesh. Yahushua told us to worship the Father in spirit and in truth, John 4:24, not through things, systems, or symbols. Let's examine our lives. Let's remove the idols, whether it's pride, popularity, money, or man-made religion, and return to the pure worship of YAHUAH through YAHUAH HaMashiach. Scriptures to meditate on: Exodus 20:3-6, Romans 1:21-25, Ezekiel 14:1-6, 1 John 5:21, little children, keep yourselves from idols, Colossians 3:5, Matthew 6:24. May we humble ourselves, seek Yahuwah with a whole heart, and cast down every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Elohim. Stay strong, stay watchful, and hold on. Endure. Shalom.